Welcome, my chingus, to episode 62 of This Week in K-Pop. In this episode, we will talk about Hellovenus, High4, Jonghyun, Sunny and Hyorin, Sonamoo, and Yonghwa. My name is Steven, and with me is my co-host.
Hey, it's me, Josh.
Hey, Josh, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a month since we did our last podcast, our
Wow.
end of the year 2014 podcast.
It actually seems longer than that.
It actually is a little bit shorter.
Yeah, it actually seems longer. It seems like it was like 2 months ago almost.
Well, it's because you missed talking about K-pop so much.
Yeah, I missed. Yes.
But in that time, you went on vacation, right?
Yeah, I was in Japan for about a week with my brother, just chilling, and a few of my friends were in Korea. So, yeah, kind of took some time off of it for everything.
I had no friends come here because they're all poor.
I feel like every time we come to like some sort of holiday, I'm always going someplace like Japan.
Yeah, because you have like a brother that has money to come visit you.
Yeah, he does work hard.
And you have friends to come visit you.
That's
My
true.
friends are poor and lazy. And so they don't come.
Hope they aren't watching this.
They also don't give a shit about K-pop, so they would never watch this in their lives. Which is why I started this podcast, actually, because I didn't have anyone to talk about K-pop with. So, if this is your first time, This Week in K-Pop is a discussion podcast that covers the last 2 weeks, or in this case, since we didn't record for a month, the last month-ish, sort of.
Month.
Of K-pop music video releases,
Yeah.
although most of those were end-of-year ballads, which we just honestly don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
But each episode, Josh and I will pick our best song of the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I did want to mention
Tell me how it goes. Yeah.
that I did start the podcast 2 years ago. I think I started on January 8th was our first episode.
Hey, so it's technically our 2-year anniversary. Then.
It is. Well, it's
Hey.
my 2-year anniversry
Well,
because I used to do it with somebody else shittier than Josh.
Well, that's rude.
True, but it's a true statement. Yeah, and my friend Kelvin knows that. It was rude because when we started it, I think we had 12 people download it that first week.
Well, I mean, you can't really expect.
Of course.
to begin with.
And so now, we don't have like 1 million now, but we get usually around we usually get around 250 a day.
Yeah, it's pretty good actually.
So
when
we
you think
usually
about
do
it.
pretty well, at least for us. So we're really happy. We've grown a lot over the last 2 years.
We have.
We talked about. I've watched so many music videos. It's just
Everything seems a little bit the same.
yeah. If you're a longtime listener, which we say a lot, but if you're a longtime listener, like my memory has gotten worse, and
Yes.
partially because my memory is awful, but also because I've just seen so much junk that it's like everything bleeds together.
And I mean, you guys know because you guys are K-pop fans. Otherwise, I don't know why you're listening to this.
Maybe
but
just
K-pop is very trendy.
It is very trendy.
If something kind of works, you'll see 10 copies of it like almost immediately, right?
Yes. And if they're boy groups, people don't care. But if they're girl groups, people give them shit. Weird. But we want to, of course, thank everybody who continues to download the podcast every week or every 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks. But it's the new year. We're gonna try and get back on track. But we are recording this on a Thursday, which is really weird. But Josh is going on another mini vacation.
Yeah, I'm gonna go skiing / snowboarding this weekend.
Yes, so we can't record on a normal Sunday, so we're doing it on Thursday early. And if you're an audio listener, hopefully I will update this as soon as I can.
Yeah. Well, technically, we're kind of late actually because I came back.
Yeah.
Last week.
You came back last week.
Yeah, I've been back for a week now.
So we were supposed to do it last Sunday.
Yeah.
But I was just not ready.
Yeah.
Not ready.
I think at that time I was still really, really busy. I couldn't do it as well. Because I was just starting my English camp as well. So.
Sure. But you also didn't tell me when you were coming back.
Yeah.
So you could have been in some of those reactions that I did.
Yeah.
But I just didn't even know you were back home.
I actually watched a few of those in Korea, and I was like, oh, I'm actually in Korea. Sorry, Steven.
Well, we figured that out now. But we're going to hear what Josh's thoughts are on like Sonamoo and Hellovenus and Jonghyun. But yeah, let's get to it. We don't have any lightning round this episode. It's going to be kind of a short one, I think.
Yeah, try to keep it concise because usually we tend to ramble on these longer ones, and then it turns into like a 2-hour podcast instead of like a 1 hour.
But you know what? The most fun I think I ever have doing the podcast is that like end of year thing. I really did like doing that end of year podcast because it was only talking about great things being great.
Yeah.
This episode
is a little bit
going to be
mediocre,
like that.
Yeah, a little bit on the mediocre side.
Yeah. Well, we don't have a lightning round. You guys kind of know. It's weird because usually when the new year hits, there's like a lot of releases, but there hasn't really been that many releases.
But I do have to say there have been a lot of like new debuts in the past 2-ish months. Like, I mean, of course there are a lot of debuts naturally, but like debuts by like more mainstream companies, more like bigger companies.
You mean like, are you including solo debuts?
No, not solo. Like,
like who? Ain't nobody on our list even new except for one.
I mean, not on this list, but in the past month or so. Like, just going through that list that we had of just, like, 30 songs, I was like, oh, yeah, they're new.
I mean, you're not going to see this, but,
yeah.
The only one new here is Soul Dive, and they're not even new. 410 is the new. Halo ain't new.
I don't know who Flash is.
Flash actually is a group that this is like their 4th single. I don't know who they are.
I mean, the Sia, I don't know
Sia's not new. You just never heard of them before.
Yeah, there's a lot of people
but most of these people are not new.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that is because on Kpop releases, I got to write like a little stupid little sentence. And so I actually have to Google them and be like, who are these people?
Yeah.
So I actually, yeah. But I guess, I understand what you're saying. Like, these are people that aren't mainstream people. You don't know who they are.
Yeah.
So for all intents and purposes, they're brand new. They're brand new. But anyways, let's start with Josh's pick of the episode. What was your favorite song?
So my favorite song, well, it's still kind of a mediocre song in my opinion, but my favorite song of the week was Sunny, featuring but kind of collabing with Hyorin and one of their trainees, Jooheon.
Yes.
With Coach Me.
Coach Me.
You
know it's a great episode when you got to be like, man, it's kind of not a great song, but it was really my pick. It was the best song of the Meh week.
Hey, but we have had weeks that we were like, we're not going to choose a favorite song this week.
True. This is better than those weeks.
Yeah.
This is so. Why did you pick Sunny and Hyorin?
For all you longtime listeners, you know that we're big Sunny and actually big brand new music fans. I actually really, really like Sonny's rapping in this. I really like his flow and his style of rapping. And this is a very Sonny style of rapping song. I really, really like Hyorin's chorus. Like, she sings the hook. I really, really think it fits the song. And the trainee actually doesn't do a bad job at rapping, although he kind of does sound a little bit Sonny-y.
Yeah. I mean, it works for the song, I think, because Sonny starts it off and he kind of finishes it.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree mostly. I don't really like Hyorin's.
Yeah.
It's not I don't like Hyorin's voice. I just don't like. There's this like weird kind of filtery effect that they kind of use.
Yeah, I don't really like that effect.
To like, make her voice even huskier and kind of weirder.
It's kind of like that effect that you get when you go to like karaoke.
It's kind of echoey.
Yeah, kind of echoey, a little bit like distorted.
Yeah. So I didn't really like that much. I didn't think the chorus was that great, but I do love Sonny's style of rapping.
Yeah, wonderful.
Again, because it's so like jovial. It's just so like he's not necessarily talking about. I mean, he's not talking about having.
Yeah.
He's talking about some sex.
Yeah, he's talking about the sex.
But he raps so kind of fun and so kind of happy that I'm not a huge fan of I'm the shit kind of rapping. That's just not what I like.
Yeah.
So I obviously didn't pick this song as my favorite one of the episode, and this is probably number 3.
The third best song.
Third, yeah, probably maybe 4th, maybe even 4th out of 6.
Oh, I know what my.
But it's not bad. I definitely will try and listen to this a couple more times. Yeah. But I think I'm a little bit, more impressed with the trainee than you, maybe.
I mean, more impressed? I'm pretty impressed with him.
Oh, I don't know.
Already. I feel like I
thought you said he did an okay job.
Yeah, he did a pretty good job considering he's rapping on the same track as like Sonny.
I mean, yeah, I thought he held his own. I mean, for the most part. I don't know if his lyrics are, lyrically genius or whatnot, but 1DK does provide translations, and translation was kind of cool. But it is very Sonny kind of style of rapping.
I do have to say though, the music video is just boring as shit because it's just kind of like a performance-y.
Yeah, it's just kind of a performance MV.
Quite boring. Quite
but
boring.
In a week like this week, it's one of the great ones.
It's on the good side.
It really is kind of on the good side, which is sad.
Which is really sad actually when you think about it.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, how about there's some comments, of course, as there are on K-pop things, but like, oh my god, how can they talk about sex? I'm like that's so just openly. Too much. It's like, do you give a shit?
And I'm like, okay, so Sonny came out with the song Body Language. And
which is a great song, by the way.
Yeah, it's a great song. And that song is, I mean, about sex.
It's about some sex.
Yeah.
Music video about some sex.
And
I think it's the fact that it's Hyorin in it. Like, people kind of freak out because, like, she's a K-pop star. She can't do that.
Yeah, but, I mean, you look at other K-pop stars and, like, the twerking wave is coming. It's, like, crashed in Korea, the twerking wave. Yeah.
I mean, Hyun has been attempting to twerk for a couple of years now, so it may never go away. But I mean, I think that's stupid. I don't care what she's a grown ass woman. I mean, she's a grown ass woman. Yeah. She can sing about.
She wants to sing about sex. She can sing about sex, and like, honestly, a lot of the songs that I liked in my life have been kind of like, I'm gonna make love to you, kind of, we're gonna get it on. Kind of songs.
I mean, most songs are about that.
Yeah,
whether you think they are or not.
Half the songs are kind of have that kind of subtext.
But I guess not K-pop songs, which is what some stupid people, not stupid, no stupid. I'm kind of in that kind of mood.
I'm gonna say stupid. Yeah. Because they will comment on something like this, and then, like, when, like, another group goes like really, really super like hip hop hardcore, they're like, oh my god, it's amazing. Like,
yeah, I mean, we know most K-pop fans are female and they just have an inherent bias. Not necessarily their fault, but they have an inherent bias against girls groups sometimes, where they're like, they're more hard. They judge them more than they would boy groups. But okay, I mean, I didn't think it was a bad song. Hopefully you heard a little snippet of it if you're listening to the audio version, and maybe you'll like it. But let's move on to the second song. And this is potentially one of my favorite songs this week. I mean, I don't know. It was such a hard week. It was such a hard episode to be like.
The way I would describe it, it's like one of those like parasite-y songs.
It just gets in your brain.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Hyomin had that one song, like, Nice Body? That song was stuck in my head, even though I really, really hated, like...
The music video was stupid. The message was stupid.
I really, really hated the message. I really, really hated, like, almost everything about it, but I was just like...
That little bit of Brave Sound.
Yeah, it was like, it got to me.
Got in it. Was that Brave Sound? It was, right?
I think it was Brave Sound.
And this next one also Brave Sound song.
Brave Sound?
By Hellovenus with their song Wiggle Wiggle. Now, Hellovenus, of course, got,
face lifted.
They lost some members because they split with the it was a joint project, which I didn't know until they split.
Neither did I.
But I think it was joint between Pledis and
some other
Fandiago. I don't know, something.
It wasn't it wasn't a really big company.
But so they came back actually with Sticky Sticky, which was more of a normal kind of Brave Sound song. And they didn't do very well. Actually, I think it was their lowest charting song. So, you know what? There's only one card you got to play after that, and that's the sexy card.
Yeah, and I mean, they're kind of doing it with Sticky Sticky.
Yeah, but that was more like, this is a different level. This is borderline. I mean, this is like stellar 4L kind of level. Yeah. But anyway, so they played the sexy card. They got a lot of views. Oh my god, I'm forgetting. It's been a month. Forgetting to click on these music videos.
I got you.
You can watch this great music video. They got a lot of views for their practice video or their to the real Wiggle Wiggle song, the Jason Derulo Wiggle Wiggle song, and that got like 3 million views or whatever. And so yeah, I lost my train of thought. I really kind of dig the song. I did a reaction to it, and I think it at first the song was kind of just like but when I do the reaction, I can't listen to the song very loudly.
Yeah.
I can only listen to it kind of softly because of the way we have our recording set up. And so when I listen to it loudly, it's like the beat is actually, I really kind of enjoy the beat, especially during the chorus or not the, or the hook, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And like, you know, it's been stuck in my head like for 2 days now. We're just like, da 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 da. It's just in there. I just can't get it out. And I don't know any of the words other than wiggle wiggle. And she says bingo, 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 I guess.
I think she says bingo.
But it's just, it just gets in there and it's so catchy. And like, it happens to be a Brave Sound song. And you know I love me some Brave Sound. Although I don't think it sounds really anything like, it sounds like Brave Sound makes songs for guys.
Yeah.
But like they actually sound very different than
like
the ones he makes for girls. And this one kind of actually sounds like one for like guys.
Yeah. I was about to say that.
But I don't know. The song, if we can stick on the song, like I actually think if it was just the song, this might have been my favorite song of the week. But again, that's the favorite song of a meh week. What do you think about the song before we get into the video?
So the song, it's got that Brave Sound catchiness. I will agree to that. I do also kind of like the beat. It kind of grows on you a little bit.
I think it's surprisingly catchy, the beat.
Yeah. The way I've been feeling about the Hellovenus songs is that they're trying to go like the kind of catchier, like eye grabby kind of route. Just something that will like cement anything in your brains, you know? Because the thing about K-pop
that's
world,
the trend now.
The K-pop world, if you do something that public kind of doesn't really like, if you can bounce back from that, you will bounce back like 10 times as strong. Like I kind of look at Hellovenus kind of like Stellar. Like nobody knew who Stellar were. And they came out with Marionette.
Sure.
And that concept was really, really risque. And a lot of people were like, no, this is not the direction I want K-pop to go in. But then all of a sudden, Stellar got really, really popular. Right?
Yeah, but the problem with that is their next song like didn't even chart. Their next song didn't even chart at all. Because I was gonna make a video about kind of girl groups that changed a lot. So I did a lot of looking into Stellar. Yeah. And like I was actually surprised because like for a song not to chart is pretty crazy because it goes to like top 100. Like it's pretty crazy. Yeah. So like a bunch of random songs chart, and for some crazy reason that like people just didn't give a shit. Well, I think the song was called Mask. I think
Mask. Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, I agree that they're trying their damnedest to get to be like, notice me, please. Like that's all this is, and it works. Like it still works. People complain, but it still works. Yeah.
So the song and concept alone, like I don't. It's catchy that it will stick in my head, but obviously I'm not a really big fan of the concept. It just
actually,
seems
I don't mind it that much. Maybe I've just been watching too much American videos recently. But, like, I think they, at least in the practice videos, I think they dance, like, pretty sexily.
Yeah. Actually, should we start talking about the video now?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, the practice video for Hellovenus, I think it came out before the actual music video.
It did.
I was like, damn, this dance is really, really sexual. Yeah. But it does kind of actually kind of pretty good.
But it's like sexual in a very American way, which it's raunchy, but it's like the K-pop sexy dances are like when you go to that 4L video, it's like there's a lot of like weird like leg pelvic moves, but it's like not the same as like this kind of American like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's
a lot of like wavy motions.
Yeah. I find it's safe to say I find this more sexy than like Stellar's dance or 4L's dance. Yeah. You know, people will say, you know, they ain't got no butt. It's like, I mean, it doesn't matter. They got nice butts, I guess. You know,
I mean, what I want to say about the dance itself is very trashy.
I do wonder. I never watched a performance video. I wonder how much. It's got to be completely different, right? It's got to be.
So there's kind of like two parts where I feel like it was kind of pushing it. Mm-hmm. One part is where they're kind of doing the weird like air humping thing, and then another one is where they lift each other's shirts. If you've seen the,
I haven't actually. No, I've seen that. Yeah.
I feel like those parts were like kind of
a little
bit like in bad taste, and those parts obviously will have to change in the performance.
Yeah, because I mean, even EXID had to change their pelvic thrust one,
pendulum, whatever.
And I remember a long time ago when Rainbow did that the A one. You know that song?
They had the
really long time. They would like, it'd be like A. They would like they would raise their shirt, and that had to get changed.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Like people are like, oh man, they're shaking their butt. I think it's more their outfits than like all the girl groups be shaking their butts now, and they all have close-ups on their butt. I think more it's like the I gotta take a shit dance, the squatting and pelvic thrusting. But I don't know. And of course the outfits are minimal to say the least. But we've been rambling a lot. Let's just say the music video is one of the worst music videos I've ever seen.
I've been really trying to tiptoe around this music video. This is one of the worst music videos I've ever seen in my life.
And like I think we see about 400 a year, or probably more.
And
I'm
not just talking K-pop here. I'm talking about all the music videos I've seen in my life.
Agreed.
It's one of the worst.
Like I said in my reaction, it just looks like a cheap club promotion made with like $12 and a guy that was like drunk.
Yeah. The fact that they spent money to make this is
sad.
It's really just like, come on, what are you doing, company?
Like some honestly, guy made at least like $5,000 too much money.
You could have had more of an impact saying this dance practice video is the video, kind of like how Taeyang did Ringalinga.
Okay.
Like it was kind of like a dance practice video, but kind of turned into a music video. You could have done that for your dance practice video.
I mean,
I think it's 10 times better.
I think it kind of ended up that way, anyways, because they released like 3 dance practice videos before the music video came out. That reminds. Ringalinga's dance video was really good. The actual music video, Ringalinga,
really terrible.
Trashy.
Yeah, that's kind of what I.
What are you trying to say?
Yeah, this is just like Ringalinga.
Like if you gave me an iPhone, I could have made a better video than this, because the entire concept of this group is they're sexy. So you're just doing like 7 things that you are the complete opposite of these girls are sexy. It's like
it's such
lens flare, black and white,
it's
quick cuts,
shit. It's really
confetti. Why?
So even just getting past the whole trashiness of like the dance, like the bad tasteness of the dance, like let's just,
I don't actually think it's
let's just go to if it's not that isn't, I mean, because now we're kind of like
sure
acclimated to it. But if you're gonna be pushing for that point, let's just take this without any sort of bias. If you're gonna be pushing for sexy concept, sexy dance, let's focus on this. Like
you should do it right.
Yeah, like come on, let's be real here. This video, you're really hurting yourself. 1, too many cuts. 2, you can't see the dance, which is the focal point, right? The air humping. I need to take a dump, and the shirt lifting. Actually, they can't even. It's not even in it. They can't even do in this because of their outfits, which is kind of bizarre to me. Like, why would you choose an outfit where you couldn't? I
actually really like the color scheme of the outfit. I mean, it's really basic, but I really like it. But it's like not once in the video do you actually like really see in a brightly lit place the nice costumes and the nice pretty girls in them. Yeah, it's just
like this is what I imagine like a strip club,
like a gross.
Yeah, like if someone took a camera into a strip club and just went into like the champagne room, it was just like confetti's just fucking everywhere, and then you're like drunk as shit, so you're like blacking out. You don't remember parts of the night.
This has never happened in my life.
It's never happened to me, but I'm just saying.
It was a little too detailed, but I'm just saying. I didn't even know there was a champagne room.
I'm just saying. But, I mean, come on. The effects you're using are terrible. Because you have, you have brightly colored outfits. You go black and white. What?
Yes. Weird.
You have
or like super dark, like murky.
Yeah.
Lighting.
You have a sexy dance, and the worst thing to combat a sexy dance is too many cuts. You don't really get to see that. You have too many cuts. Yeah. 3, you have beautiful girls. Yes. Right. They're very attractive girls. No real kind of K-pop close-up is what I call it. They don't really have good K-pop close-ups. They're like not really brightly lit rooms.
Like for me, it's like it's a little blah 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 now, but like this is why AOA has been doing such a good job with their music videos recently.
They're bright.
They're bright.
They're bright, colorful.
They don't cut a crazy amount of times. You get to see all the girls.
Dance.
You see them dance.
I think AOA's okay. I feel like we've been fanboying a lot about AOA, but they have been making a lot of success. But AOA, I think the reason why they're so popular is because they have a dance point that everybody can remember. It's very, very catchy. And Hellovenus, if you want to have like a catchy dance point, you can't have a music video like this. It needs to be more bright. If you're gonna have a concept that you have like different colors, bright colors, it can't be black and white. Like,
and the thing is, they kind of their sticky video was kind of like that. It was very much trying to be AOA, and I didn't think the music video was awful, but it was brightly lit. You saw their dance very clearly. Now, granted, that dance was a straight up copy of So Cool from Sistar, but I know that dance, that whale dance. Like I can remember that still because they did a pretty good job, and like maybe they spent too much money on that one, and they were like, we just ain't got money.
We just ain't got money.
Also, we ain't got money for your outfits. So you're just gonna wear the same outfits.
So we're just gonna buy you, tracksuits and just cut out the midriff.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I think we're talking too long about this. I still will say again, like of all 6 songs we're gonna talk about today, I think this one is the one I'll be listening to the longest.
Sadly, yeah. This song itself, if the music video wasn't so terrible, I might have.
You might have picked it, maybe?
I maybe not have picked it, but I might have had a better outlook about it. Because I feel like as time goes on and I kind of forget the concepts and like the music videos, I'll start to like the song a little bit more. Because I feel like I'm starting to like Sticky Sticky a little bit more because I like that.
I've always been like decently in love, like not in love, but I still listen to that song.
Yeah,
But again, I know I'm a Brave Sound fanboy, so I fully understand that's as generic as a Brave Sound song can get.
But we like that portion of Brave Sound where it kind of has like a doop 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 or like
doobie doops,
or
Still not over the fact that you didn't put Only Gain Weight anywhere on your list, but because that has the best doobie doops of all the doobie doops.
Yeah, I actually not because we were talking about this over dinner. I posted a picture of us at dinner on my Twitter, but we were just talking about just kind of what we would do if we kind of redid our end of the year.
There's some changes.
And that song actually, I'm pretty sure I'd put in my top 10 now that I think about it. But
I may have put Akmu somewhere probably.
Yeah. But yeah, this is kind of what happens. Like,
but I mean, that's a list at that exact moment, at that exact time. That shit changes.
But I think we should move on to the next.
Let's move on. Sorry, we've been talking too long. So the next group, who am it?
Who am it? Yeah. Our next group is Sonamoo with Deja Vu. Now Sonamoo, not Mamamoo. Sonamoo.
Oh God, not Mamamoo. So far. Okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Sonamoo
is a new group by TS Entertainment.
Yes. Is it a new group?
Yeah, they're a new group.
I thought they already debuted. I thought their name was BAP.
Yeah, but then they chopped off their penises and then they have long
hair. They got
prettier. Yeah, so much. No, I mean a little bit prettier.
Okay. Oh, that's true. That's true. There's some pretty dudes.
There's some pretty dudes in BAP. But this
cheap shot.
We've done a reaction to this. Oh, Steven's done a reaction to this. I could have made the reaction for this, but Deja Vu. What do you think, Steven?
I think my thoughts from my reaction have changed to be worse.
Worse.
I think especially after hearing the Hellovenus song, like the beat of Deja Vu is so nothing. It's so like hip hop from 2 years ago, quote unquote hip hop.
Not even 2 years. So it's like hip hop from 2 years ago in Korea,
Right.
which is actually hip hop in like 2000 in America.
It's like very electronic-y, very. I mean, the song still sounds like a BAP song from 2 years ago.
To me, the song sounds like a Ciara song featuring P.D. Pablo. If you
You were singing that a lot. I still don't agree with that.
Listen to that song. After this podcast is done, let's play that song.
All right, we'll play that song. We'll play this song. I think that song you sang it like a billion times, and I'm kind of remembering it now. But like that song like has a beat that you were singing. This song doesn't have. What's the beat to this song?
Doesn't. When you actually
Nothing,
when I actually think about the song, I can't remember what it sounds like.
You know what it sounds like? Da-na-na-na, da-na. Oh no, that's Wiggle Wiggle because it's so much better. I'm sorry. Maybe we should have talked about Sonamoo first when I ordered these.
Maybe.
And I should remember to change the music video too.
I got you.
I don't think it's a bad song. I don't want to say it's a bad song.
It's not a terrible song, right?
I think a lot of people, a lot of fans, probably girls. I think a lot of fangirls give these girls credit for this concept that for us, we've seen guy groups do this concept to death. Just to death. It's like this kind of hip-hoppy, like, oh yeah, like we're a little kind of hip-hop, but we're not really hip-hop.
We're hard, but we've got a cute side.
Yeah, like the song has that, where it's like, it's got the like, part to it, but then it's got the poppy, super cute part to it. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
I think some people were kind of hyped, or not hyped, but like pleasantly surprised with the rappers, which I understand being pleasantly surprised, because if you're expecting a group like a cutesy group like Lovelyz or A-Pink, like the rappers are gonna catch you off guard. But I think in this era, 2015 K-pop,
you really
the rappers
step up your rap game.
were normal. They were the expected amount of rapping. Yeah. So I don't know. What do you think? Because I talked a lot about it. So
the song itself, very forgettable for one. When they first came out, I thought really that they would be like kind of secret and like Laboom, kind of innocent but not too innocent kind of feel. And then they hit me with this, and I was just like, huh.
But I still think it's very innocent. I don't think they do anything particularly like gangsta.
Like they don't. They really look like they're just going through the motions. In this concept, like it doesn't. I'm pretty sure the girls are nothing like this, because like when you think of female rappers that we really like, their kind of stage persona is kind of similar to their off-stage persona, like CL. CL is kind of like, I'm a bad bitch, and she is a bad bitch when she's off stage, right? She's
I don't know her.
She dresses. She dresses like the same,
Right?
Like,
it doesn't seem like a concept for her.
Yeah,
it seems like that's who she is.
It seems very natural, I should say.
Okay.
This doesn't seem very natural at all. Like if I see these girls, I'm gonna see them in like
like they're gonna be a cute and sexy concept in. You think? I think not next song. I think next song is they gotta stick with this, but I think third song. Quote me on this. January. What is it? January 15th, 2015. 2015. Fuck, we're old.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome. Third song. Sonamoo, third song. Cute.
It's gonna be cute song, yeah. I guarantee you. You heard it here first.
You heard it? I don't know. Like the music video also is just insane amount of cuts.
Too many cuts.
I remember I just wanted to read what that girl's shirt said because it had some English on it. I just couldn't read it because it was cutting so much.
And it's English. We should really be able to spot read English, but we can't even read it.
Can't even do it. I didn't know how many girls there were in this group. Literally, we were like, what are the 5, 6, 7? Oh, okay. I think it's 7.
I had to watch this music video maybe 5 times to figure out how many girls there were.
Yeah.
And that is not good. That's not good at all.
And I don't know. I mean, I think in this new era, this is a post Mamamoo era where like when you debut and it's like, what the heck? Like, who are you? You're freaking amazing. Like, this didn't have any of that to me. It didn't have any oomph.
I mean, I was impressed in terms of debut. It seemed very clean, like they have been training for a while, but it didn't seem natural.
I think maybe if I saw a performance, like I mean, I couldn't really tell if it was clean because they were never dancing for longer than a second before a cut.
It's really, really super cutty, but you kind of expect something like that from a company like TS. Like, you're a pretty big company. Your trainees should have a certain standard if they have a debut.
Kind of only got like 3 people left now.
Yeah, well, not even really. Like BAPs.
Yeah, they got.
Well, they got theirs. BAP's getting theirs.
I think they have like Untouchable. They have Secret, and that's
good for you, BAP.
That's not resolved yet, right?
It's not.
Yeah. But. Okay. Well, I mean, I'm gonna say interesting. I'm interested to see what they'll do next.
I am interested to see what they'll do next. I guess that's mission accomplished for a debut if you think about it.
I don't have any expectations, but I am at least interested.
Which is actually might even be better because, you just
maybe. But part of like I've been playing a lot of video games recently, and so I've been listening to a lot of K-pop while I'm playing it, and like I actually what was the group called? I don't even fucking remember the group. Lovelies? Is it Lovelies? They had
Candy
like
Jelly?
2 songs. Candy Jelly, no, Candy Jelly Love, and then there's another one. But
God, those songs are
both of those songs, like I'm down with those both. Really? Like Candy Jelly Love is the lesser one of those two, but like I love it. And they're not bad, man. I think
figuring your style because you like Steven does like the happier.
I miss kind of really cutesy groups, but like sometimes they're a cutesy group, but their songs really poopy. But I actually kind of like those songs. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think I could go on for 40 minutes just on the fact that a lot of people are like you look at these down the thumbs down. It's like people are kind of really harsh on this concept for the girls, and like it's just like. Don't you understand this is the concept that most guy groups do? Like, this is the concept in 2014 was the most used concept by guy groups. When we were like, it's kind of generic and boring. It's like, well, because it's a guy group and they're cute.
Yeah. I feel it's a little bit sexist. I mean, that's kind of weird coming from us because we're not, I guess, the forefront leaders of feminism, right? We are kind of knuckleheads. When it comes to that, but still, I feel this is quite sexist because
the double standard that fans have.
Because it's like, okay, girl groups, if you're not sexy, then you're not popular, but if you're too sexy, then we're gonna hate you. And if you try to do something that's not sexy, then that isn't cute, like we're gonna criticize you, and I don't think that's very fair. Yeah,
but people go hate. That's what the internet's for, and
people hate.
And again, for the most part. No press is bad press for the most part.
Yeah, so if you can bounce back, which most groups do, it's usually good press. Even if it's bad press. Sure.
But again, debuts. I mean, most groups debut is nothing like what they do now.
So different usually.
Gotta look for it. They gotta find a thing. If you don't find a thing, you're just waste away. And
you gotta have something, whether if it's one member like getting popular for a drama or
it's kind of the thing now. It's like popular on a variety show, like that dude from MIB,
Kangmin.
Yeah, like
Kangnam.
Just being that show, it's like did more for them than anything else. Yeah. All right, well. I think we talked about those songs for way too long.
We tend to ramble when it's long. Yeah.
And especially when we don't like something. So if this is your first time listening to the podcast, we're sorry. But now is the middle time where we like to thank everybody who left us a review on iTunes. Yeah. And so first I want to thank Alondra T. And she leaves a message that says, "Love you guys. You guys are so funny. Keep up the good work."
Some people wouldn't consider us funny, but you do, and we thank you.
We thank you so much. Next.
Sarah Shimbal. She says, I listened to you guys a while ago, but sadly was not entertained, so I, didn't listen to you. Fair enough. My sister recently started listening to you guys and suggested to me to check you guys out. I replied that you guys sucked. Fair enough. True. But quickly took that back when I downloaded your most recent podcast and joy in listening to you guys babble about K-pop as I wash the dishes or studying at home. Well, that's kind of why we do this podcast. Not necessarily want to be background noise, but
that's how I listen to all my podcasts.
Yeah,
like
we kind of want to be
Just want to be part of your life.
Yeah, just
part of your conversation. Part of your conversation.
If K-pop is part of your life, which it is part of ours, and you don't really have anyone to talk to about it, then we're here for you, Chingu.
Yeah. And I do really want to thank you because, I mean, you gave us another chance. I mean...
Yeah, that's really big.
That's a big, big thing to do because most people, even me included, like, if I tried something out and I didn't like it...
90% of the time, I'm not going to go back.
I probably will not.
Yeah.
But so we're really thankful. Sarah Shimbo, I mean... That can't be a real... Can that be a real name? I don't know. It's a little close. I don't know. And the third review we got during the holidays was by Bugsy Babs. Mm-hmm. And he or she says, I really love listening to this... I really love listening to these guys. Sometimes I share more opinions with Josh, sometimes more with Steven, and that is what makes them great. They're like friends, right? Speaking of which, they're like friends that I can listen to about K-pop when I don't have any true K-pop friends at my age, since I come from the second wave, as we do too, which is like SNSD, Big Bang, Wonder Girls, Kara, and she knows about the first wave, which I kind of know about the first wave, but I'm not, you know. I don't actually know, do you consider it first wave like HOTSES? Or do you consider first wave
Baby
like...
Fox or...
Yeah, or first wave is like...
Epic High.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
First wave, I mean, Boa, right?
Sotaji.
That's like grandfather wave.
Yeah.
But I would love to be the female opinion when I go to teach in South Korea. But until then, I can enjoy them from California. Mm-hmm. So we want to thank you. If you do come to South Korea, you know, message us. Maybe, I mean, if you're anywhere near where we are, we would love to
We'd love to meet you, actually, yeah.
I don't know about being the third thing because, you know, you got to be a certain type of person to deal with our schedule. And our schedule is like, you know, whenever.
Bouncy. It's very bouncy.
It's very wiggle room. There's not a wiggle room.
It's very wiggle.
Yeah, it's a lot of wiggle. We want to thank you guys. If you can leave us a review on iTunes, even if you listen to the podcast on YouTube, or watch the podcast on YouTube, it would really, really help us out on iTunes if you can leave us a review. You know, we don't mention the number of stars that people rate because, you know, be honest with yourself. Yeah. Give us however many you think. But just the review helps us in the search results. It helps us kind of, you know, one day, maybe we need to go to a company and be like, hey, we got this many people who like our podcast. Maybe you want to, you know, sponsor our podcast. We need some proof. And so the reviews are part of that proof.
Yeah. And also, if you do leave a bad review, kind of, it would really help us if you told us why you don't like us. Yep. I mean, a lot of people who leave bad reviews, they just say, oh, well, Josh and Steven aren't really my cup of tea. I don't really agree with a lot of the songs that they like and what their opinions are. And that's respectable. I mean, everybody has their own opinions about K-pop and about different things. And that's what kind of makes...
And we have had some other people like Sarah who changed their minds, like edited their podcast review like 6 months later and was like, take that back.
Yeah. We've actually had a few of those, to be honest.
Yeah. So, you know, leave us a review. We'd be really, really thankful. But let's get to the second part. We got 3 more songs. We're not doing a lightning round this week because usually on these meh weeks, we don't really have anything to lightning round.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with my favorite song of the last couple of weeks. And that is by Yonghwa featuring YDG with their song Mileage. Now, Yonghwa, of course, the lead singer for CM Blue. And this song, I think the song is... I think this is the opposite of Hellovenus, where the music video really just destroyed kind of the chances of Hellovenus of like winning my favor this week. And this is the opposite, where the song I thought was good, but it was really the music video that made me pick it as my favorite one of the week or of the episode.
Yeah. You know what? If Steven hadn't picked this song, this would be my song of the week. Me and Steven, we usually... I feel like I say this all the time, but me and Steven, we usually try to pick 2 different songs.
Right.
This song was, in terms of music, like a whole package, like you were saying. Music video and song, it was my favorite song as well.
Yeah, like his voice is it's just really nice. I mean, it's a little poppy, but it has a good balance with the rapper. Although I will say I'm not a huge fan of the guy's rapping voice. It's kind of got that lazy, that mumbly kind of rapping voice, which I don't even like in American rapping. But, you know, I think it matches decently well with the song. It's a very happy song. It's a very fun song. The music video, I think is really fun.
Yeah, the mannequins and.
And like I've seen this like we're in a bed but we're actually standing up shtick a lot, but it's the first time I've seen it where they're like it looks like they're floating and like flying, and I actually thought it was really cool. I thought it was really cool like messing around with the mannequins and kind of all the cardboard stuff. The parts where they're kind of dressing up as like pimps is kind of a little strange.
A little bit weird.
It kind of comes out of nowhere. Maybe if I understood the lyrics I would understand that, but I don't know.
Still.
It's just weird, like pimp time in the middle there. He's wearing this pimp coat,
this like mink coat, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. But it's a really nice song. I don't know if it's a song I'm going to be listening to in at the end of 2015 when we do our 2015 best of. But Wiggle Wiggle might be there for me actually, honestly. But because that music video was so poopy
so
on a poop.
Poop.
And this music video was so fun and so great.
Yeah. Colorful, a lot of props. Like.
Yeah. And he's a good looking dude, man. He's a good looking dude.
Yonghwa is a very good looking dude.
Yeah. Do you have anything else? I mean.
So I feel like he could have picked a better rapper for the song, and it would have been a lot better actually. I feel you need a rapper in this song, and the rap kind of really held it back.